Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. How are you doing this evening? I never film at night, so weird lighting, weird issues. I apologize, it doesn't look the same. But, excuse me, I wanted to get this video done, and we had a friend in town and had him over for dinner and took him home, and I was like, I want to get this video done. So I'm doing it a little bit later than usual. It's about 8:45 here. That means in about 15 minutes I'm going to walk my dogs and pretty soon be getting ready to crawl into bed with my book. But I was tagged in a video, the small Booktuber Tag video, and this is an opportunity for me to introduce you guys to some of the new booktubers that I watch and am totally a fan of, that have less than 1,000 subscribers. And this is a really great opportunity because I think you guys will like a lot of these booktubers, and I think you should go and subscribe to them and watch their content because they give me a lot of really great ideas and book recommendations, and I think you'll like them too. Now, first off, I was tagged by Wilde Reads and Karen over there, and she is also a small booktuber. She has less than 1,000 subscribers, so go check her out. First off, she's got a fantastic Jamaican accent. It's so I could listen to her talk about absolutely nothing, but she's very creative in her videos, and she does this thing called a closer book, where she reviews 3 of the books that she has read recently, her 3 recent reads, and she numbers them so you can actually go back through the year and see what she has read in sort of a numerical order, and she kind of goes into them. She reads fiction, nonfiction, and all that kind of stuff. I think you guys would really like her, so check out Wilde Reads. I will, of course, link everyone's channel below so that you guys can take a look. Now, 3 channels that I'm not going to go into any detail about because I've talked to them about before, but I am going to put their links below, that are smaller booktube channels that I absolutely love. My friend Vix over at Bilingual Bookworm, love her. She doesn't put out as many videos because her videos are such cinematic events, and they are fantastic. I highly recommend you check out her review of The Title Zone by Sarah Moss. It made me want to read that book so bad, and it kind of is the one that introduced me to her. Amy Jane Reads. She is got this soft voice that will just lull you into comfort, and she reads a lot of stuff. She's getting her degree, I want to believe, in some sort of counseling, and you can totally tell that she's going to make an excellent sort of counselor. And she reads a lot of nonfiction and fiction, a lot of stuff about terminal illness, chronic illness. Sorry, Amy Jane, that's completely wrong. And also about disabilities, and she is great, and she has fantastically red hair. It's great. I love her. And then I've already talked to you guys about Ollie Bliss over at Book Draw. He does queer fiction, and he draws pictures based upon those fictions, and he's an amazing artist. And I will link all 3 of those channels down below. So I'm going to tell you about 6 or 7 small channels. It was really hard, actually, to narrow this list down because I am a fan of a lot of these channels. So the first channel I'm going to tell you about is Chris Bookish Cauldron. And Chris is he is one of those people that when he talks about books on his channel, you can just tell that he is so smart and so eloquent, and he does an amazing job of reviewing stuff. Now, for those of you that like my 5 backlist books for your TBR, Chris is right up your alley because he gets a lot of his books from the library. So he's reading stuff that's been out a little bit longer, and so it's stuff that you can readily go get. You can get it at used bookstores or check it out at your library, which I think is always really nice to get. And he is just such a good reviewer, and I have been a huge fan, and I know that also a couple of other booktubers that have very big channels have followed him and really liked him, and had great conversations. He's really great. So that's Chris's, well, he doesn't put an apostrophe, so Chris Bookish Cauldron, and I really like him, and check him out. Next is Dave over at Wilde Reads. His channel is fairly new. I think he just went over 100 subscribers. But one, he's got a fantastic accent. He has got such amazing energy, and I just really enjoy him. He's getting himself out there on all of the social media channels. He's now soon to be on Instagram. He's on Twitter. Check his reviews out. He reads also a lot of stuff that's been out a little bit longer, so he gets really passionate about these books, and you can go get them so easily. He cracks me up. He just has a real charm about him. And check out the chairs that he bought just for cozy reading night with Lauren and the books. I mean, that's why he did it, and they are great. And he has a vlog, and he's just a new channel that I'm really excited about, and I watch every video that he does. The next channel I'm going to tell you about is Lindsay over at The Wandering Reader. It turns out now that I realize I have a real thing for people with fantastic accents. Wilde Reads, Bilingual Bookworm, Amy Jane, Ollie Bliss, Dave, and Lindsay. They all have fantastic, fantastic accents. Lindsay, I believe, is a school teacher, and she just does a great job of creating content that is interesting. She reads fairly new stuff, and she also does a lot of stuff that is on the backlist. She's really good at putting up videos consistently, so you're always getting good, consistent content from her. I love the way she talks about books. She just has a way of teaching that is so wholesome, and I think it's because she's a teacher, and I really, really enjoy her channel, and I have been a fan, and you should really check her out. The next channel I'm going to tell you about is Mamey's Medley. Now, Mamey is, I want to say she's from the Midwest somewhere. She just in America, and she just, every time she puts a comment on one of my videos, or every time I watch one of her videos, I feel like she just is giving you a hug. Does that make sense? That's who she is. She's just got this comforting sense to her. Now, she reads a lot, but she also does other stuff, crafty stuff, garden stuff on her channel, so she kind of gives you a mix of different things, and which is really nice. And she does reviews of books that she's just read, and it's like she just talks to you. She also does book hauls and stuff like that are they're just very, very charming. I do wish Mammy would list her books when she talks about them in her description box, because sometimes I have a hard time writing them down fast enough. But other than that, I find her to be a doll, and I just adore her, and I really think you should check out Mammy's channel. It's Mammy's Medley. The next one I'm going to tell you about is Matthew. Now, I can't say Matthew's last name. I'm going to butcher it. You know how bad I am at names. Sciarappa? That's wrong. Matthew, it's wrong, and I'm sorry. Now, Matthew is a bookseller at Barnes & Noble out in New York. He also does videos for his store. He has fantastic energy. He cracks me up. He just has this deadpan sort of sense of humor. And he is also so good at reviewing books and telling you about things that I personally have not heard of, and I really enjoy. And I just have found him to be so charming, and I really like him on all of his social media channels, and really, really recommend you check him out if you just want someone who really knows books but also is going to entertain you. Last two channels, promise. I told you, I had a hard time. Books and Looks are a channel. They're a husband and wife team of Mike and Becca. I just go to them when I need to smile. They are so funny. Mike always has a cocktail whenever he does a video. How do you not like that? They do a lot of tag videos, so they do a lot of conversational type videos. And they read a lot of YA and fiction. So if that's kind of your thing, they will definitely keep you entertained. Becca has fantastic blue hair right now, and I totally adore their sort of banter, their husband and wifiness. Does that make sense? And sort of the different things that they do, they crack me up. Really, they do. And then the last channel I'm going to tell you about, and I will link him below, I've just started watching him. So I don't have a lot to say other than he's got me very interested in what he's going to do. I know he does these things on Monday where he calls it a Monday mumble, where he just kind of talks about things. I also know that he does Comic Wednesdays. He also talks about the stuff that he reads. I'm just learning him, and I haven't even said his name yet. Dan and his books. There's just something so approachable about him that I'm really enjoying, and I'm learning more about him in his channel, so I really like it. So this was the Small Booktube channel Tag. And I'm going to link all of these people below so that you can check out their channels. Please subscribe to them. I think you'll really enjoy them, and they add to my booktube life, and I would love for them to add to yours. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great night. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much. Subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you're returning, thank you guys. I love everything about all that Booktube has brought into my life, and that's because of you guys. So thank you so much. I'll be back in a couple days with another video, and I'll talk to you soon. Until then, happy reading. Bye.